Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I have my monthly makeup. I have been wearing this look whenever I do wear makeup, and I thought I would share it here for my monthly makeup for May. And I have had the worst skin. I don't know what is going on. The last couple months I have been breaking out really bad, but I have switched some stuff up and I feel like we're on the mend with my skin. So I thought I would quickly share some skincare stuff too, because I never get to share much of that on here anymore. So I'm going to share kind of like my morning skincare routine, how I'm prepping my skin before I put all this makeup on. I'll have all of that linked down below as well as my makeup. So let's go ahead and get into it. So like I said, I think I'm gonna share my morning skincare here before I get into my makeup. I don't know what, I mean I do, it's definitely, I have not been taking care of my skin very well. I'm breaking out. I've been breaking out for like the last couple months here. And so I've been using this stuff. I think I'm gonna vamp it just a little bit. I might start using my Elemis dynamic resurfacing pads again in the morning before I go in with all of this. And then I think I might switch my moisturizer out. But I have been using the Dime Beauty, which definitely helps. If I miss a morning of this, I definitely can tell. So I use the Hyper Glow, which is the vitamin C serum, and then the hyaluronic acid serum here. I love Dime Beauty. They feel like nothing. They actually work on your skin. I feel like I've had a lot of little spots fade because of the Hyper Glow. I just can't recommend them enough, and they're a really good price point too. They're not crazy expensive, and I have a discount code, so it makes it even cheaper. It is AaronW20, I believe, to get 20% off of Dime Beauty. So I'll link that down below and put like all the codes and stuff for that, but I like them. They work, and they're a good, affordable, clean brand. Then I've been using, this is a moisturizer I've been using. Like I said, I think I'm going to switch it out. I miss my Elemis Pro Collagen Marine Cream. That is just like my favorite. But this is the Tula Skincare, the 24/7 moisturizer. It's been fine, but I miss the Elemis one. I think the Elemis one is just my favorite. And then I do use under my eyes the Tula. This is the Revive and Rewind eye cream. Oh my gosh, this has been my favorite eye cream for years now. It's like the only thing that goes under my eyes well and like actually hydrates and like neutralizes and just, it's just perfect. And then I use a little bit of the Glow and Get It. This is their like cooling and brightening balm. I use a little bit of this under my eyes on top of this. So that's what I use. I still really love this combination. Can't live without it. Still can't live without the Dime Beauty, but like I said, I think I'm gonna add in the Elemis resurfacing pads and maybe the collagen, Pro Collagen Marine Cream. I also wanted to update you guys on this. So I had purchased this, I shared it on Instagram in the Sephora sale this past spring. I've been using it here at night. It's the Augustina Spader, I believe it's called. It's called The Cream. And there's been so many people that are just like, oh my gosh, it's like, it's amazing. It changes your skin, da da da. It just makes you like, your skin so perfect. I don't see it. So I don't know. I'm like, wait, am I missing something? Why is this not working? Why does it not do anything to my skin? I'm really confused because it's done nothing for my skin. I just don't feel like it's any different from any other, just like the Tula. I just don't feel like, I don't know. I'm really confused on it. So if you love this, tell me why. If you have tried it and you're like, yeah, I don't get it either, tell me that too, because tell me I'm not alone. I'm just so confused on that product. So I'm a little bit bummed out that I spent that money, but it also means that I'm not in love with it and I have to spend that money every single time I run out. So that's a good thing. Okay, I am going to clip my hair back here. So for foundation, I have been obsessed with the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk. It's just like every day I'm like, I'm just gonna use this because it just looks good. It just works on my skin. And I had been going back and forth between this one and the NARS, but I found the NARS is definitely a little heavier, a little more full coverage. And now that it's summer, I don't like super heavy, like heavy foundations. I like everything light. So I either go with this or I go with the Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue, or I just put on the Supergoop glow screen, and I just don't do any makeup. I just put that on my skin for sunscreen. But these two are my favorites for the summertime, but this one has just been like my go-to. I'm in shade 4.5, and I just dot it all over my skin. I just love it so much. I don't know why. I use it every single day now, and it used to be kind of like I'll wear it on like when I need to look nice, but now I'm just like, every single day I have to wear this. So it's just so pretty on the skin, and it wears really nicely too. It doesn't wear patchy or like sit funny on top of your skin. It just kind of blends in really nicely with your skin, so I like it. All right, for concealer, I'm gonna go in with my Tarte Shape Tape. This is the original. I am back to the original. I had been using the Ultra Creamy. I use the shade 20B Light. And I had been using the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. I bought just like a little, you know, like at the checkout when there's like the little sizes. I had bought that just to like try again. And you guys, I miss it. I love that concealer. It's very lightweight. And then I started back with this one and I was like, wow, this is full coverage. Like the NARS one is very just a little more lighter weight, a little more sheer, maybe a little more hydrating. And I was just like, wow, I love this. I love this concealer. I kind of miss it, but this one's really good too. So I have it, so I'm gonna use it. I think I want the NARS one though again, maybe. I might grab it here and then use it all summer and then just use the Tarte for like when I need my makeup to look a little more full coverage. Also wanted to update on this. This is the Tarte C Power Flex. I think I shared this in the last monthly makeup. I can't remember. But I got, in this shade, I got 14N Fair Light Neutral, which is almost an identical match to this shade. So I don't know why the shades are different. But a little thing with this, I didn't find that it blended very well. I feel like you put it on, you gotta blend it real quick, otherwise it just kind of like, it's hard to kind of blend out. It's kind of sticky. The coverage was pretty good. The staying power was okay. This one's still better. So I don't know. It's maybe worth a try, but to me, it just wasn't as good as this one. This one still is better, blends out much easily, has a little more coverage, wears better than this one, so just my opinion. Okay, we're gonna set my concealer with the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder. Just a little bit. All right, I'm also gonna tap a little bit of the Urban Decay Primer Potion and the Anti-Aging. Actually, I'm almost out of that. I need to restock. All right, I'm gonna set everything with the Laura Mercier Glow Powder. Just kind of sweep it on and lightly buff it. I use a very like light hand. I don't press down hard. I just go over my skin very lightly with it. Use a very little bit. All right, for bronzer, I had been using this bad boy. It's the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush bronzer, and I'm giving it a break. Ever since we went on our Mexico trip, I've been back on my Hourglass bronzer, which is my favorite of all time. The moment I put it back on my skin, I was like, oh, this is just the best bronzer. It just blends so nicely. The color is so pretty. This color is the Luminous Bronze Light. I've gone through actually a couple of these in my life because I just think it's the best. So, and I always go back to it. So it's just a really good one to have. Next up for blush, I had been using a Charlotte Tilbury blush and I really like that one, but it was a nude color, really pretty for the springtime. And then I saw, I think it was Shay McGee, Studio McGee. She was sharing like, not her makeup, but just like her outfit. And she had the prettiest like rosy toned blush on and I was like, oh, I love that. I need to wear like a rosy tone again. So I pulled out this little Hourglass palette, which it was limited edition. But I think they still have a very similar palette out. I hope they do. If they don't, I'm really sorry. But I love this color, and I really, really wish Hourglass would make this a permanent color in their blush line, because I just want that color. I just want that one. And it's called Mood Flush. So Mood Flush, it is so pretty. It's kind of more matte, maybe a little sheen to it. I also like to mix it with this corally color. It's a shimmer blush for sure. It has a lot of shimmer to it. The two together are really pretty. So that is what I'm gonna use. I actually brought this to Mexico too. It's just like my favorite combination. And I don't want this to end because I don't know what I'll do. Like I said, I think it is in another palette, but if I'm wrong, I'm sorry. Today I'm also going to use this little highlight in this palette too. Why not? It's a little intense, but it's really pretty. I think this one might be a permanent one. It's the Metallic Strobe Powder in Champagne Strobe Light. Next up for my eyes, I apologize. I am going to use the Tartelette Juicy palette. I believe this was limited edition. They do have a smaller palette of the juicy colors. So if I use a color that is not available in that one, I'm sorry. I will link the Tartelette Juicy palette though down below in case you want to check it out. But this is like my favorite one. I wish they would make it like permanent, because I actually don't really use the pinky tones. I use these tones right here. Like, they're the perfect everyday colors. So yeah, I'm gonna use that. And I wanted to mention and ask you guys, I actually pulled this out the other day. It's the Ilia palette. It's called the Warm Nude palette. And I used this a ton when I got it. And I recently used it, and I woke up the next day after I washed it off, and I had a huge sty in my eye, and it hurt so bad. And I was like, oh no, like, what did I do different? Or maybe it's just a sty, or maybe. And then I was like, oh, I used that eyeshadow palette. I was like, maybe it's that. Like, maybe it went bad. Did it go bad? Did it go bad that quick? I don't think I've even had it for a year. So I don't know, but I'm scared to use it now. So if you've had an experience like that, did you use your eyeshadow again? Did you try it out? I'm like scared to use it because I don't want to have another sty in my eye because it hurts so bad. But back to this palette, I'm going to use Fresh Start, which is a great neutral warm nude right in the crease. I'm also going to take a little bit of this color, which is Happiness. It's kind of like just a good neutral color. So I'm going to swipe that on my lid as well as up into the crease too with a big fluffy brush. Right, next up I'm going to take the color Charmed here on a little bit of a smaller fluffy brush and swipe that onto my lids and up to the crease. Just very lightly. Then I'm going to take a little bit on that same fluffy brush of this color right here. It's called Grounded. It's a nice, good, deep brown. This one's even deeper, but I feel like this one's pretty deep too. And I'm actually just going to stay in that outer corner, flick it out a little, and into the crease just a little. All right, and then I'm going to take this Pretty Dawn shade, which is like a nice glittery, not glittery, but shimmery, I should say, bronzy color. I'm just going to tap that on my lid. And I'm going to go ahead and just take whatever is left of that shade and sweep it under my lash line too. And then on a pencil brush, I'm going to take that Grounded shade as well and just slightly smudge it under my lash line. I'm also going to take the shade Wishful and just use this as my brow bone color right here and blend it downward. Clearly, I love that shade. Right, next up I'm going to use the Rare Beauty liquid liner for my liner. For brows, I'm going to use my Giorgio Little Brow Pencil and then the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. Alright, and then for lashes, I'm going to use the Giorgio Lash Primer, and then I have a new fresh tube of the Monsieur Big. I'm going to use both of these. Alright, and then for lips, I'm going to use my favorite combination, the Whirl Lip Pencil, which I always use, and then MAC Blankety, which is like my favorite nude ever. It's just like the best, it's the best nude. Alright, and that is it for my monthly makeup for May. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'll have everything I can linked down below. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Stay subscribed if you're not, and I will see you guys in my next one.